Hi everybody, Holly Evans here, Emerald Distributor from Midland, Texas again. I am going to talk to you guys today about setting the appointment, okay? This is kind of a little bit more of a professional one-on-one appointment. This is where maybe, in the video before I talked about very casual one-on-one, okay? The type of one-on-one that you would have at your son's baseball game or at the grocery store when you see someone that you haven't seen in a while. Casual one-on-ones for me and in my experience in my world are the most common that happen. But every now and then you're going to get someone who actually wants to sit down with you and talk about AdvoCare, okay? Every now and then, I have Facebook friends who they see, AdvoCare things that I post about, or something like that, or just people who know that I do AdvoCare, and maybe they've been exposed to it enough that they have some questions and they want to talk to me about it. And so every now and then I get a text or a Facebook message saying, hey, Holly, do you mind if we go to lunch? I have some questions about AdvoCare. I'd like to talk to you about it. And so my response is always, of course, So if that happens to you and you're kind of freaking out because maybe your sponsor doesn't live in the same area or something like that, you can still handle that no matter how new you are. You can handle that perfectly fine and be perfectly prepared for that, okay? So I'm going to walk you through exactly what you should take to the appointment and kind of what you should do at the appointment, okay? So the first thing, if you have an appointment that someone has set with you wanting to talk about AdvoCare, the first things that you should have, and at the very least, the things that you should have, is a packet of Spark and a water bottle, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to mix this up, and the person you're talking to is actually going to drink this during your appointment, okay? So that they get a spark in their body, and for the rest of the day they feel amazing, okay? Because we know that this is going to work, and they're going to feel awesome. So we're going to teach that person how to drink some water down so that we can then mix the Spark up in there very nicely, because we don't want to mix it with too much water or it won't mix well, okay? So you're going to have the person you're meeting with drink it down, and then we're going to pour the Spark packet in these awesome stick packs that have made our one-on-ones very easy. So they're going to drink their Spark for the rest of the appointment. So the next thing that you should have for a one-on-one is an Impact magazine, okay? You'll see here that I have flagged the Impact magazine because this is going to help to keep you on task. What we do not want to do at a one-on-one is to go through every single page in this Impact magazine. We're not going through this page by page with the person you're talking to, because we want them to go home and read this, okay? We don't want to go through it all at the appointment. But there are some highlights that we want to hit, that we want to draw their attention to show them what makes AdvoCare so amazing. So the first page that I have tabbed is the SciMed board. And this is basically, you're just going to walk them through and show them, look, this is our SciMed board. These are the doctors and scientists that make our products, and they're amazing. If you don't know too much about one of them, you don't have to necessarily go into details. But if you do, if you have watched enough business opportunity webinars online, because those are training for us also, guys. So if you're building a business, it's always good to watch some of those, because you get trained on how to talk about AdvoCare. If you've watched some of those and you know about Dr. Stanley Dudrick, then you could spotlight him, or Dr. Stowe's, or one of the doctors on our SciMed board. You can spotlight just one. You don't need to go into any more than one, but just show them this is our scientific and medical advisory board that makes our products. Second thing I have tabbed is the endorsers. Guys, we have amazing endorsers, and this Impact actually has several pages of our endorsers. So, sponsorships and things like that. So you're just going to show them our endorsers and mention informed choice. And that informed choice is the reason that our endorsers are able to use our products, okay? Lastly, all you're going to do is spotlight a couple of stories. Here I have Cody Davidson. He has an amazing product story. And then we also have an income story, okay? So that's really all you're going through. You want to read through the stories, though, and you want to pick some stories that you feel like are going to relate to the specific person that you're sitting down to talk to, okay? So, if I'm talking to a girl who is a dental hygienist, I'm going to earmark the story that is from a dental hygienist, so that they can relate. They have the same line of work. The only other things that you would take to a one-on-one formal appointment is maybe a couple of flyers. If you have somebody who you know is interested in weight loss, then you could take a 24-day challenge guide or a 24-day challenge flyer. If you don't have a flyer, you could take the guide. If you don't have the guide, take the flyer. The second thing is if you're meeting with somebody who does CrossFit or works out a lot, you're going to want to take a Performance Elite flyer, okay, so that they can see all of our amazing Performance Elite products. Also, if you're going to take this, I would probably bring this one as well, because this just goes over informed choice, so that you can show them about informed choice. Somebody who works out a lot is going to be pretty interested in this. So that's really all I've got, guys, for a one-on-one. It is meant to be very simple. So if someone asks to physically sit down and talk to you, you can still go into it prepared and looking professional like a business owner. But you still have to keep in mind not to give them too much information. And that's why I'm saying we have this tabbed, because you're only going to go over the pages that are tabbed. That is it. Very, very simple, just a preview to the movie. And this one-on-one that you're having right now should lead to a three-way phone call with your sponsor, okay? Because you're just previewing AdvoCare. You've told them your story. You've told them 2 others from the Impact magazine, given them a little bit of info about the SciMed board and our endorsers, and gotten them really interested in AdvoCare, and so they want to know even more and how to get started and things like that. That is where you will transition to a three-way phone call, which is the second step in the success system, okay? So I hope that helped you guys. All right, talk to y'all later.